It's been a month, and seems like so much is happening. A lot of stress, riots, and more riots, and some more riots, fires, killings, that kind of thing. Uh, cool stuff like Trump and or his administration being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize twice. So that's cool. Honestly, I think that should happen. Um, he certainly has done a lot more than Barack Obama did, which was nothing. And that's not just coming from me. That's according to the dude that the first guy that nominated Trump, the guy that nominated Trump himself, not just his government. Um, let's see what else is happening. Oh, we're still in this panic, and it's still the panic is still completely being perpetuated by just everybody. And honestly, I feel like I'm going crazy all the time whenever I have to see like commercials about how we live now and how our new normal is and how we can still be happy and have all the things we love even though everything is awful. It's such fucking bullshit. It's not awful. The only thing that's awful is all the changes that people have made and that nobody is reversing yet. It's ridiculous. Anyway, what was I? Oh yeah, sports. The sports. Many of the sports are slowly committing suicide, and all the sports writers and announcers are helping them do it. So that's fun to watch. Not at all. At all. Anyway, I'm going to ease slowly back with just this one thing right now. It's Election Wire, brought to you by the Daily Wire for September 11th, 2020, and that's September 11th, yes. A moment of silence for the events of September 11th, 2001, all the people killed then, and also September 11th, what year was that? Was it 2009? No, it wasn't 2009. Was it? I suck at that. Anyway, when the ambassador and some Marines were killed in Libya. So, this is a bad day. And that was a quick moment of silence. I said that, but then I didn't say it again. Anyway, here we go with Election Wire. With just more than 50 days to go before Election Day, and with many states opening early voting soon, everything's heating up. But that doesn't mean Joe Biden is taking questions from the media. Heck, he isn't even answering queries on Instagram after he set up an Ask Me Anything. And the Democratic presidential candidate once again appeared to lose his train of thought, this time while denying he is Slow Joe. His campaign also erupted when asked if Biden uses a teleprompter during live interviews. The liberal media, meanwhile, if he did, then he probably wouldn't make so many mistakes, would he? The liberal media, meanwhile, are blasting out October surprises in September. First came an Atlantic report full of anonymous sources that claimed President Trump thinks U.S. military members are suckers. I believe that was losers and suckers. And there were anonymous sources that were refuted by non-anonymous sources. Make of that what you will. Then Bob Woodward's new book hit the shelves, claiming Trump intentionally downplayed the severity of the threat from COVID-19. But it turned out Woodward's bombshell was a dud, forcing the Watergate reporter to defend himself. 1. Biden holds an AMA, Ask Me Anything, doesn't answer a single question. Joe Biden this week told his 3.8 million followers on Instagram, I'm answering your questions. Ask me anything. The post included a submission box where Instagrammers could ask questions. But 2 days later, Biden had never answered any questions, and the story expired. Biden did, however, post 9 pictures, videos, and other graphics to his profile since uploading the post soliciting questions from followers. One of those videos was of his conversation with rap superstar Cardi B, where the two discussed what her policy priorities were going into the 2020 election. I have a whole list of things that I want our next president to do for us, but first, I just want Trump out, she told Biden. Fucking bitch. Bitch, no. Slow Joe, a no-go. Trump has some great nicknames for his opponent. Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, and one of his favorites, Slow Joe. Biden tries to ignore the monikers, but this week he sought to fight back about Slow Joe. In an interview with host Jake Tapper, Biden appeared to lose his train of thought while trying to deny that he was, in fact, Slow Joe. Just look at us, okay? Biden said to Tapper. Just look at us. Who seems to be in shape? Who's able to move around? This idea of, Slow Joe, Biden said as he started to laugh before losing his train of thought. I shouldn't laugh about it because, Donald Trump, just look at us both. Watch us and determine whether or not you think, I'm misleading anyone. Not you personally, but the public, look at me. Judge me based on... Maybe his new nickname should be Mumblin' Joe. 3. Biden campaign erupts when asked if he uses teleprompter during live interviews. There's no question Biden often gets tongue-tied, loses his train of thought, and misspeaks. That has led to charges that the 77-year-old sometimes uses a teleprompter, even when appearing for live interviews. Has Joe Biden ever used a teleprompter during local interviews or to answer Q&A with supporters? Fox News anchor Brett Baier asked Biden spokesman, bless you. That was a baby sneeze. Asked Biden spokesman T.J. Ducklow. Brett, we are not going to, and this is straight from the Trump campaign talking points, Ducklow said. Whatever. It's talking points for everybody. Well, yeah, they're using it, Baier said. And what it does, Brett, is it's trying to distract the American people, Ducklow ranted. No, Joe Biden himself distracts the American people. His own words distract the American people from whatever you might want them to be seeing or hearing. Baier pressed on. They're using it. They talk about it every day. Can you say yes or no? They talk about it every day, Brett, because they don't have a coherent strategy, Ducklow said. Well, you haven't answered, Baier said. Yes or no? Ducklow never did answer. Okie dokie. You might like How to Destroy America in 3 Easy Steps. That's a book by Ben Shapiro, which is now available. It is apparently a valuable and passionate expression of gratitude for what makes this country great. Jonah Goldberg. How to Destroy America in 3 Easy Steps by Ben Shapiro covers 2 fundamentally different visions of America that are now on the table. One vision is unifying and finds our unity in shared philosophy, culture, and history. The other disintegrates our country in the name of fundamental change. Narratives like D'Angelo's White Fragility or the New York Times 1619 Project are classic examples of the disintegrationist goals. Shapiro's latest New York Times bestseller offers a penetrating view of our culture at this point in our history and where we go from here. Get your copy today. 4. Anonymous sources say Trump called dead soldiers suckers. A report published by The Atlantic claimed Trump called American troops who died in battle losers and suckers, citing anonymous sources, of course. The story was strongly disputed by at least 5 witnesses who were with the president that day and say that it is nothing short of a fabrication. When President Donald Trump canceled a visit to the Marne American Cemetery near Paris in 2018, he blamed rain for the last-minute decision, saying that the helicopter couldn't fly and that the Secret Service wouldn't drive him there. Neither claim was true, the Atlantic report said. For the record, Marine One rarely flies in the rain. Even when the president is at the White House and set to travel somewhere aboard Air Force One, Chopper flights are routinely scrubbed, and the president takes a motorcade to Andrews Air Force Base. On the day in question, emails from officials state that the reason that Trump did not attend the event was, in fact, due to bad weather. I was next to President of the United States the whole day. The president was greatly disappointed when told we couldn't fly there. He was incredibly eager to honor our fallen heroes, Jordan Kerem, former director of Oval Office operations and personal aide to Trump, wrote on Twitter. Woodward's revelations not so revealing. Watergate reporter Bob Woodward released a new book this week in which he revealed interviews with Trump, who the former Washington Post reporter says told him in March that as the panic began to spread across America, the panic certainly spread, he tried to downplay the seriousness of COVID-19. Well, I think, Bob, really, to be honest with you, I wanted to always play it down, Trump reportedly told Woodward in a phone conversation. I still like playing it down because I don't want to create a panic. The story exploded across Washington, but it sure wasn't new. Trump has made no secret of his effort to keep America calm, telling reporters on March 30th, the statements I made are, I want to keep the country calm. I don't want to panic in the country. In a press conference the next day, Trump said, somebody said, oh, I wish he'd be more negative. Well, this is really easy to be negative about, but I want to give people hope, too. Why would you wish somebody would be more negative? Besides, the media was doing enough of that for everybody. But I want to give people hope, too. You know, I'm a cheerleader for the country. We're going through the worst thing that the country has probably ever seen. No. Another nothing burger from Woodward. 6. Woodward forced to play defense. Shh. As questions emerged about why Woodward kept mum for so long, he did some Trump interviews in March but didn't release them until September. Washington Post media critic Eric Wemple wrote on Twitter that he had interviewed Woodward and asked him about the matter. Addressing only issues of process, Woodward said that when Trump talked about coronavirus deadly stuff in their February 7th interview, he, Woodward, didn't know where Trump was getting his information, whether it was true, and so on, Wemple wrote. It took him 3 months to nail down all the reporting about what Trump knew about coronavirus, when he learned it and how all that related to the public pronouncements he was making. It wasn't until May that he put those pieces together, Wemple added. Trump took the opportunity to get in a jab for himself. Bob Woodward had my quotes for many months. If he thought they were so bad or dangerous, why didn't he immediately report them in an effort to save lives? Didn't he have an obligation to do so? No, because he knew they were good and proper answers. Calm, no panic, Trump wrote this week on Twitter. 7. Trump versus Biden, the battleground states. The battleground states. With just more than 50 days to go, the polls are beginning to matter, although they didn't matter much in 2016, so keep that in mind. The national polls show the gap holding steady at around a 7-point Biden advantage, but the battleground state polls are far more important. Here's the Real Clear Politics average of polls in the battleground states. Texas, Trump up 3.5. Iowa, Trump up 1.7. Georgia, Trump up 1.3. Florida, Biden up 1.2. North Carolina, Biden up 1.5. Ohio, Biden up 2.4. Nevada, Biden up 4. Wow. Michigan, Biden up 4.2. Pennsylvania, Biden up 4.3. Minnesota, Biden up 5. Arizona, Biden up 5.7. Wisconsin, Biden up 6.4. What is wrong with you people? Meme of the week. The moment Biden realized Slow Joe is a funny nickname. Okay, let's see that.
I will be totally transparent in terms of my health. I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. And when it comes to Donald Trump versus me, just look at us, okay? Just look at us. Who seems to be in shape? All aboard the pain train. Who's able to move around?
Mr. Vice President, time for a few questions.
This idea of, Slow Joe.
What will your administration do to help them give him that chance? Thank you.
move it up here. I mean, this idea of, slow Joe. There used to be a basic bargain in this country. Workers shared in the wealth. Slow Joe. I shouldn't laugh about it because, anyway.
That was kind of long for a meme, but okay. Check out more on Instagram at Real Daily Wire. And that's all for now. Thank you, Daily Wire. And I will be easing back into doing what I was doing before. We'll see how well this goes. I have a lot of home stuff, so I don't know, but we'll see. Thank you and good night.